In case you've forgotten, I inherited Paul's condo with a view of my handiwork. A trophy view. I miss picking up men and screwing them in view of my trophy. And now, a related reading. I almost screwed Trent Reznor once. That was my intent, anyway. It was a long time ago when I was maybe 19. I was at Woodstock 94, and I got close enough to the stage to be invited back to party with the band afterwards. I am smoking hot, so the only problem I had was getting close enough for them to see me, and when I did, they naturally invited me back. That was, I think, Charlie, someone, maybe Robin, Danny, hell, I can't remember. Getting all my band members mixed up. I moved around so much. Point is, I got in, full intent to screw a rock star full on. But, unfortunately, he was much more mature than I was at the time and actually spent little time after the concert hanging out with a bunch of tripping out teens who all wanted to screw him. At the time, I didn't give it a second thought. He was nothing but a trophy. I had never even listened to their music. I just knew he was famous. Many years later, I was in Montreal during the Fragile tour, now an ardent fan of their music. I found out which hotel Reznor was staying at and hung out in the lounge for the 2 days they were there. One night, late, he came in. We were the only two there. I caught his eye, and we had a long conversation across the room without saying a word. Much, much more interesting. You see, Nine Inch Nails had a profound effect on my life. Nine Inch Nails is basically a one-man band made up of Trent Reznor. The others he has play with him live on tour do not have a big role in the composition or production of their music. Reznor is one of the few people I've met who I never need to meet to fully respect. It was late when I listened to them finally, perhaps feeling shafted by my Woodstock experience. It was maybe 1996 when I finally heard The Downward Spiral and Pretty Hate Machine. The Natural Born Killers soundtrack had already been out for a year, and the Lost Highway soundtrack was just about to be released. Only tiny fragments of the concert were still in my memory, so this music was entirely new to me. Was I depressed at the time? No. I'm not really anything ever. Besides, the only people who think that Nine Inch Nails fans are ultimately depressed are people who don't listen to the music, who have only seen the odd Rolling Stone cover of some too-old-to-be goth-esque, brooding rock star, people who can't see that without publicists and stylists, Trent Reznor has very little personal hip style of his own. And it's not necessary that he should. First and foremost, the music made by Nine Inch Nails is beautiful. Beautiful like Beethoven is beautiful. Because it's music coming from a sensitivity that misses nothing, from hoarfrost to the deepest human emotions. Because I lack so many normal human sentiments, I find this fascinating in the same way a shy person is fascinated by watching someone with no fear. Nine Inch Nails explores love, but not often. They explore hate, but only the narcissistic side of it. They are repetitive, and the music has layers of emotion hidden in the layers of sound. Anger, the only strong emotion I can even partially identify with, though in my case it's nothing more than a twist and a decision. is also freely explored in their music, but it's not anger calling to tear down the establishment like all the hysterical Tipper Gores of the world would try to convince you it is. Actually, the anger arises in protest to the same sort of behavior that raises my own hackles: shallowness, vindictiveness, selfishness, and most of all, abuse against others in whatever capacity. Nine Inch Nails claims something I claim myself in a opposite sort of way. Kill me now, they call, rather than have to live in such an ugly place where peace is not an option. Give me answers, or kill me now. Whereas I'm more the school of, I have an answer. You must die, and maybe something pretty will grow out of the fertilizer you become.